So today was the military parade, this big military parade that Donald Trump has been wanting forever, since he was in his first term, because he thinks it makes him look powerful. He thinks it makes him look tough. Um, and that's what he wanted. He wanted the spectacle. Now, this coincides with the 250th anniversary of the Army. The resolution that was passed by Continental Congress June 14th, 1775, establishing the first army in America to oppose the British. Now, ironically, that army was set up to depose or stand against a king, and would ultimately end up setting up our independence and becoming the Continental Army led by Washington that won us the Revolutionary War, where Donald Trump fashions himself a king. He was very disappointed today with this crowd, or he was at least embarrassed. Whether or not he would publicly admit it, he's going to brag about the crowd size. I guarantee it. Even though, from all reports, it was only tens of thousands of people at most, when they were expecting over 200,000. And on the flip side, there were 2,000 plus protests nationwide for the No Kings protest, and that drew millions. Now, Donald Trump was also embarrassed for at least a little while, as one of the protesters that came down from Maryland to protest Donald Trump as part of this No Kings protest brought in an 8-foot likeness of Donald Trump sitting on a toilet, saying that is the only throne he is eligible to sit on. So Donald Trump was probably embarrassed by that, assuming he's been told of it. We are hearing that he's not told of everything that's going on. Apparently, he didn't know about how widespread the protests were outside of LA. I don't know if he's going to be told all of this. The people around him don't tell him all of the facts, because they don't want him to feel embarrassed, because then he flies into a rage like most narcissists do. He can never be wrong. He can never be made to look like a fool. So Donald Trump did get his military parade, but from all accounts, it was not that great. From what I've read, the army wasn't marching in step. It looked out of place. There was more of a Fourth of July feel. But Donald Trump was grinning the whole time, saluting the troops, and he was really happy with how that went out. But he's probably still embarrassed by the crowd size or upset by it, and I'm sure he was embarrassed by the statue of him on the toilet. And then if he even heard about the No Kings protest, that's going to fly him into a rage. So we'll have to see how he handles it going forward.